All right, everyone. Well, we got our spray foam in, 620 square foot, which we're going to do the floor with. We have 2 solar panels out of 6 that came in, but I have 6 sets of brackets so we can mount those brackets on the roof before we spray foam the roof. And I got 2 more of the RV windows, the big ones that I've already got in. So we're going to put 2 more, one over there and then one on that side over there. But before we can do any of that stuff, it's cleanup. Right now, it's kind of full of junk, with construction and that have you. So it's going to be cleanup, and then I'm going to start, since we've got all the spray foam, if I do the floor and I have some left, I'm just going to start working my way back. Whoops. So much junk. Oh my God, I got to get this place cleared. I'm going to start in the back and then start spray foaming up and up and up. In order to do that, I have to make sure that all the wiring that I'm going to run down the sides is ran. So I'm going to go through the wiring harness, that big blob sitting down there, right over there. I'm going to pull it all out, and then I'm going to take out what I don't need, the flashing lights up above. Make sure I run for my new marker lights or new running lights along the top. I'm going to make sure that I have it sitting up there. I'm going to have a set here, down there. So basically 4 marker lights, running lights, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. And then I'm going to have a row up above where the flashers were up there. So I'm basically just going to go through the harness and pull out what I don't need. It'll give me some wiring so I can extend the wires over, because how they had it is the harness ran from the main down this side, across the back, and then down that side. And the only ones that were down this side was for the running lights and the emergency exits. I'm not having emergency exits, so probably what I'll do is I'll just take the ones off this side and then run it up over my things like that, up underneath here. And then that way it'll be all ready. And also I'm going to be putting lights down the center. So I want to make sure that the light's there, but I'm not going to have enough spray foam to do the ceiling. But I want to make sure that I get everything done. If I do have extra, I can go up the sides, start going up the sides, that kind of deal. So that's where we're at. It's kind of hot and muggy and typical Florida blah. Love bugs are in full force. They've been saying hi all day to me. It's been pretty crazy because first thing this morning I fixed the rear door ledge. It was all kind of rusted out, so I just ended up just lopping it off, and I welded in a piece of 3/16 inch plate 3x3, welded it in there. It gave me my jam, so to speak, and I just have to get a piece of sheet metal to put across the back because I have a gap like this now from that side to that side. So I'm just going to fill that in. I have sheet metal, but I don't want to use it for that because it's specifically for something else. So that one little strip, 2 inch by about 4 feet, I'm just going to run it straight across. So that's where we're at. So here we go. We're going to start cleaning. All right. She's clean, just like that. It's like movie magic. Okay. So now I've got my horses out here so I can take the wiring harness and spread it out, and then cut it apart and see what I need and what I don't need. All right.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
why I did the tropical roof, because it's Florida, it's hot, it's muggy, the love bugs are crazy, but with that, man, that's cold still. I mean, considering, that's awesome. So, yep, that's why I did that before I started working on all this stuff on the inside. Yep. It's awesome. Oh, low ceiling. Let me put you right here.
Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Wow. So I got the rear flasher lights all isolated and out. So now I got to do that with all our other lights. So I'll come back. It's kind of boring just watching me pull wires. So I will come back once I get it all cleaned up. Then I'll show you how I'm going to run it down the side. All right. Thank you. All right. So I got all the wires thinned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wires left out of a ball. And that's all right there and all that. There is a few things that I actually have to take out the driver's seat to get to in order to pull out that panel, so where all the switches are and stuff like that. So right now I just kind of have those wires kind of looped up and held into place right there. So that way that's all taken care of, but it's out of the way and out of the harness. So now I'm going to kind of close up the harness, and then I'm going to attach it back to the sides here, out of the way. So we're all set. So the only things that I have left in the harness are the rear lights, which is this one right here, this bunch. It's hard to see, but the rear lights here, and then right here is for the running lights or marker lights that's going to go on the sides. So instead of running the harness that came down this side here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into the running light ones and then run them up and over to the other side. So, and I only need 2 leads that go over to there. And with all this left over, I'll have enough to do that. And then some. So all the emergency exit wiring was removed. All the front and rear flashers, I've done all the front too. Front and rear flashers, that is removed. All the speaker wire, because it did have a CB with a mic. All the speaker wire was removed, and all the dome lights wiring was removed. Because the dome lights, if I do any kind of like radio with the speakers, I want that to be ran independently from the harness for the bus. So all the main electrical systems that are for the bus will stay in that fuse panel area. All the wires have been pulled out that I can pull out to the fuse box. They're all pulled out, and they're sitting outside through the box. It's raining. It's decided to rain, so I can't really do anything out there with unhooking them all. And then there's a couple little areas that I have to figure out where, because they're tapping into other wires with little T-caps and stuff. So I got to break out the old voltmeter and continuity test everything to see what's going on. So that's going to be a little bit of work. Plus it's raining, so that's how that is. But inside the bus, it's very comfortable. It's actually really cool in here. Can't say enough about that tropical. It's kind of like me in 415. I have a great affair with that. So I really like that product. No leaks whatsoever. I had one small leak at a seam back here. I took care of it, so it's all good. And with the rain, I'm definitely seeing nothing coming through. So I'm very happy about that. So we have got her sealed up. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to start just wrapping up this loom and wires, and then I'm going to show you that as once I get it all installed there. All right? Awesome. So everywhere where there's a rib, it's going to get one of these. I'm going to slide in, and I'm just going to kind of attach it like that. So all the way around. And that should hold it in place, like I said. And then once I get that up, and then I'll start running my leads over for the marker lights. Awesome. So I'm going to do that now. I'm using these guys to attach this to the rib like that. And away we go. the wiring is all set, ready to go. I deleted the wires like I said earlier, what ones I deleted, and my runs that I did. So let me show you how I did it. Okay, so that's what I used to attach it to the actual rib right here, so it keeps it up out of the way. And then from here, this is my wire. I ran all the way with the wire loom through here, there, and I taped it up so I wouldn't put a screw in it when I get to putting the ceiling panels on. Down, 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 and then that's where the run is. So just in front of the window is going to be marker lights on both sides. So what I did was I merged them together. This is the main coming from the fuse box, and then this is the continuous. So what I did was I brought this in, cut this, stripped it out. This is for the marker light on this side, or the running light, whatever you want to call it. So then I twisted the wires together, soldered it inside, and then I used heat shrink around them, just to give it a little extra something, something. So this is the run that comes all the way from here. This one has to be taken out. This set comes taking out, and I've already unhooked ones that I don't need, which is basically these ones are all coming out. This one, I have no idea where it came from. It's just loose, so I got to trace that back. And then all these for the rear heater are all coming out because I don't have the rear heater. But like I said, I got to take out the seat in order to get to all of it behind that panel. So here's where this one is. So this is the run that goes back. This is the run that goes forward. Right there, and right there. And I deleted all the stuff up here that I wouldn't need, you know, the flasher ones, all the door actuator thing, because that's coming out. I just have to plug up that air line that comes up. And then these are the marker lights right here. I left quite a bit for those just so I can shorten them up once I get the marker lights in, like that. And then I deleted it out of the harness. So this is our flashers on this side, and then that's the flasher lines on that side. And it comes all the way down, all the way down. Every rib got a little holder deal. Here, oh, and then here is the other run that comes in, is right here. This goes up, 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 and down. And then just before the window here is where marker light goes. And then there, and then actually, here it is. So this is actually where it's come in. Same deal, cut, splice, soldered, and then heat shrinked. Back. And then here's this section here. I did wire loom the end section so it would hold it from coming through, so it keeps it kind of tight. That way it won't come through like that. These go down to the brake lights, and also like a license plate light, which is down there. And then there's that, and then these go over to the other brake lights on the other side. This is a marker light, so this marker light goes back in here. And then I have these marker lights that'll go right there. That's not leaking anymore, I fixed that. And then comes through, and then there's this marker light that goes right there. And then this is the harness that goes down to the other brake lights down there. And then this right here was the harness that plugged in, that ran down this side of the bus. And the only thing that was on this side of the bus was emergency exits and 2 running lights and a blinker. The blinker was mid-body. I'm not going to put that back in. I'm just going to put the marker light down there, and that's it. So instead of running the entire run down this side, I just, like I showed you, I just looped it, attached it into the other harness, and then came back around. So that's going to finish it up for removing electrical for now. The only thing I have left is just go into the fuse panel and pull out all the wires that I have down there already laying out. I have them wrapped up so I know which one's what. They're marked. And then, I also, some of the wires were hot that I unhooked, like from the CB. So for now, until I can get it out of the fuse box, I just put heat shrink on it, heated it up, and closed it just to protect it so it wouldn't ground itself out. So that's about it. All the wiring's taken care of as far as the bus side of things. Next time you see us, hopefully I will be putting spray foam in the floor. There's just a few little thingies I have to take care of. One is right there over the wheel wells. I'm going to box those in so I can get spray foam inside there. And since I fixed the rear door underneath, I can run a 2x4 across that back bottom and then be able to spray foam in that. So those are the two things. Oh, and also the front wheel wells, of course, in the front of the bus, I got a box in as well so I can spray foam that too. Other than that, we're all set. So thanks for watching this one. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. You can always, if you haven't, subscribe. And then there's like a little bell over in that area that you can click on, and it'll tell you about any future uploads that I do. And it really helps us support us. We really appreciate everyone, the comments and everything like that. The support just is abundant, and not just out there in YouTube world, but also some of the Facebook forums or the Facebook groups that I'm in. They're amazing people. So Skoolie Nation is one of the big ones that I'm in, and on Facebook, and also School Bus Conversion, that's another good one. A lot of talented people in there, and that's awesome. So thanks again, and we will catch you next time.